Hi guys, I would first like to say thank you for watching my previous video and um, leaving a lot of really encouraging comments. So thank you again, and those really motivated me when I was making this Gate 2 video. So I hope you guys will enjoy this Gate 2 guide. For Gate 2, the consumables that you will need are Pop Stimulant. After that, replace Stimulant with Time Stop. And you will need your Raid Potion, Destruction Bombs, and lastly, Dark Grenade. At the start of the fight, you can choose to either go closer to the boss to use an attack like Light Shock to proc your Yearning set, but if you don't want to, you don't really have to. In Hell Valtan, whenever he does a 360 spin, he's always gonna leave a puddle under everyone's feet, so be careful about that and always stack your puddles neatly. There are also no charge indicators, so you have to really tell it from how many times he pounds the ground. So it's 1, 2, 3, then he charges. On a side note, if you need help to see who Valtan is targeting, look at the front indicator and see, and wiggle a bit, see if the front indicator kind of follows you. Okay, now let's get back to the fight. Bait the charge, throw your destruction bomb and use your destruction skills. Aim the boss north. This is where I would use my first Bless Aura. It depends on your DPS and how they wanna pop when they wanna pop their cooldowns, right? So it's a bit of communication. So you can either pop it where I pop it at the 11 o'clock, or you can pop it when you aim Valtan north. So Valtan is gonna do a triple swing into a debuff here. So look closely at your debuff. After his final swing, he's gonna put a debuff called Vertigo on all the people that have been hit by the final swing. So you have to cleanse it, and this is very important, especially further on in the fight. For Axe, you can kind of wiggle and adjust for your slower teammates if needed. If you have more than 200 ping like me, do a lot of trial and error and see what's the best way to do Axes. Okay, for second armor break, it's very important to watch the stagger bar. So if the stagger bar is red like this means that after second armor break and second axis, when the boss land, he's 100% gonna get staggered, so it's a very good time for your DPS to push damage. So as a paladin, you have to make sure that you have Bless Aura up and ready for that part. So you bait it for second armor break, throw a destruction bomb, use your awakening here to get enough piety meter for Bless Aura. So over here, you do your X mechanic, watch the stagger bar and prep your dark nade. Throw your dark nade, pop Bless Aura, debuff the boss and pop your attack buff. Valtan is gonna do a 360 spin attack. It's very important that you stack your puddles at the cardinal directions because Valtan does this in Ghost phase as well. And if you don't stack your puddles neatly, it's gonna be very hectic for your team and might cause a lot of deaths as well. So when Valtan readies his axe and slams to the ground, a support or a gun lancer has to tank the slam, otherwise he's gonna do 2 more slam, which can be dangerous, especially for the squishier characters. Oh, Don't tank the slam during the second platform break though, that's dangerous. Leave it to the gun lancer. So he's about to face. So we are like around 10 minutes, pretty good timing. Stand behind him. Dodge. So triple swing into debuff here. Godsend Law to shield your teammate. Holy Protection to purge the debuff. It's always good to stand at the Cardinals here in case he does the 360. Out, in. Okay, so he does gates. For Helmut, the gates mechanic hurts a lot, so always get ready to time stop. So it's gonna be the red cone mechanic. If you have it, aim it away from your other teammates and notify of where you're gonna aim it. For example, at 1 o'clock, dodge out of it. Go back to where you break the rock. For example, at 1 o'clock again, dodge. You can shield here and move. If you watch closely for the second dodge, the white line gradually gets thinner, which can help you to know when to dodge. Also for the second dodge, I also awaken here because the boss is gonna be staggered soon. Here, Valtan is raiding his axe again, so just make sure you have one person tanking the slam. Valtan is staggered, so throw your dark nade and pop your buff rotations. It's the triple swing into debuff again, so shield your teammate with Godsend and purge the debuff with Holy Protection. Counter here. Cross attack, stand on his side. It's time for Hellfires, and it's up to how your group does it, but for my group, we do it by the party without the gun lancer goes first, and we multiply our party number by 3, and we take the op at that time 3 position. Always remember that you can Godsend Law here and provide your team with shield and holy protection if needed. So first platform break is at 7 minutes, which is really good. And here, because I know that he's not gonna do a triple swing into debuff, so I'm using holy protection to top up my teammates here. Be careful for the spin. Cross. I'm awakening to catch up with the stagger tempo again. Reflect. 360. Watch the stagger bar and do your buff rotation. So over here it's the ball stagger mechanic, which is a very good DPS uptime mechanic where you should definitely dark nade here and DPS as much as you can. This is also one of the special mechanic that Hell Valtan will do. So if he does this mechanic, so it means that 5 counter and memory mechanic is on an internal cooldown right now. Here it's the triple swing into debuff, so shield your teammate and purge the debuff. Be careful of the spin here. Cross, stand by his side. Okay, it's gonna be memory. Go to the back and observe and remember the pattern. This is a bit more difficult than the pizza slice pattern. So as you can see here, I made a mistake of saying the wrong spot. Front, back, front. Okay, so it's time for the counter mechanic. Stack the puddles and move. And remember that if he breaks the right platform, you move upwards. And if he breaks the left platform, you move downwards. Another dark nade window here, and be careful of the 360 spin. For the multiple slam attack, if Valtan is targeting you, go out of the group. And note that the last slam has a huge AoE, so it's always good to stand behind Valtan. Tank the slam. So here, his body glows green, and that's when you know it's time for the rain mechanic. So I use my mobility skill to go to the edge of the map and I move in the middle. Note that the inner puddles doesn't hurt as much, so you should use Godsend Law to shield yourself and your teammate when you guys move inside. Valtan is gonna do the out-in mechanic here, so if you look at his axe, it's glowing, so you move out and remember to move behind Valtan during this mechanic. So the boss is gonna get staggered, watch the stagger bar, throw your dark nade, and do your buff rotations. Watch the white line as it gradually gets thinner. And be careful because when Valtan raises his hand up, that means he's going to do a grab, so get out of the way. And the yellow roar in Inferno Valtan one-shots you, so if you're not in a good position, remember to press time stop. Yeah, so this one is a dangerous slam where you don't really want to tank this. Let the gun lancer tank it, or if your group doesn't have a gun lancer, just be aware that you need to dodge the slams afterwards. And for this phase, I like to stand in the little crack in the stones when he punches the ground. 1, 2, time stop. Go to 3 o'clock. Be careful of the 360. Move out. But note that once you kind of get to Ghost phase, the fight is almost finished because Valtan is not that dangerous because he doesn't move around, right? But the dangerous thing about Ghost phase is that he might do 360 into the clone charge on the side. So when that happens, always preemptively and be proactive when using your time stop. You know, always have your finger on the time stop button just in case the mechanics overlaps. As a paladin in Ghostface, your job is to constantly debuff the boss with light shock, provide your teammate with your blessed aura buff and your 2 attack buff, and most importantly help out with the counters. And that's pretty much it for my Gate 2 guide for Paladin. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I hope that it was helpful for those who are progging Gate 2. Have fun reading!